Hi, hi.
What's this redeem do?
Tite!
Oh God.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I have a question. This can surprise, surprise. Can
Mm,
TikTok do scheduled posts like Facebook or
I
no?
honestly I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it can.
Because Instagram can't do that.
Yeah, you need a third party app to do that on Instagram
What I do with Instagram, I just put in the drafts.
and then post it when you remember.
I post mine every Monday morning.
Yeah, once or twice a week is healthy for TikTok.
Really?
Every
Uh,
day is optimal, but it's not recommendable since not everyone can do that, and that's understandable.
for Instagram, at least once a fine artist. But if you do it every day, you get a off block.
For Instagram,
Yeah, yeah,
really,
yeah. They hide your stuff if you.
that's kind of sad.
I don't really. I think Twitter does have an algorithm. I just don't care too much.
Yeah, it does. Kind of get how it works now. Just, yeah.
How does it?
But it's a lot weaker now. You have to depend on the people who follow you. That's why for some VTubers who are newly debuting and they lack the connections, it's difficult for them to do a model reveal, which is actually sad, especially if the people who follow you don't actually want to support you. They just follow you because, they respect you and all that.
Your friends, something like that.
Yeah.
Or in Instagram, it was very dependent on followers. That's why you had to network so much on Instagram.
Nowadays, it's not like
Yeah, it's more on like discovery.
that's good. But for a lot of social media sites nowadays, it's still half and half. Like you need, good network and good discovery. I'll be honest, it is difficult to appease the VTuber audience right now.
How so?
I don't know. Uh, this feeling that they want something specific.
Mm, like
Yeah, you can't tell what it is, but yeah, something like that. Like, oh, I'm looking for something specific so that I'll stay as your regular, etc.
have you ever like tried to do a audiences? What do you guys want? Kind of
Are you asking me or the audience?
huh? Oh, I'm asking you.
Survey with the audience? I am not sure if it is right to ask them.
Ah,
Like, that feeling you're about to ask a question that might ruin the status quo.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
I remember having to my algorithm got on you. What worked was like rabbit videos. They had pet rabbits.
Oh, pet rabbits.
Yeah, but ever since they got banned from my village, I can't do rabbit videos anymore.
Oh, no. Why? Why were they banned?
um, they were very strict on leash laws in my village, and my rabbits aren't for cage. I don't like cage. I like them running around. Because you can train rabbits. You can actually train them. Uh,
Yeah, as far as I know. Oh, Jira said something. VTuber fans are always looking for a specific niche in an upcoming VTubers, and it's crazy. Yeah, it is. Actually, you can execute that niche, but at the same time, they're also looking for, how do you call this? Something that will stick to them. And that is easier said than done.
it's also having like personality.
Yeah, it is. Like how likable your personality is. And sadly, it only works for a very few. Is difficult.
Sometimes it's a family friendly to child friendly. The main. Um, I think Peng Peng has a child friendly.
Actually, no. Based
Uh
from
huh.
the successful VTubers right now, it's not the family-friendly personality that fits.
Yeah, that's the
I'll
thing.
have to disagree on that one. Have you watched Niji Sanji
A lot of like
or
very
V Shoujo?
aggressive
Yeah, you have
have been
to
getting
have this
popular.
aggressive personality. It's actually difficult to thrive as a wholesome VTuber.
The problem is it's hard to personality that's popular if that's not your personality.
Yeah.
Can't fake it all the time.
Yeah, so even let's say the wholesome VTubers try to go aggressive, it's difficult for them since it's just not them. It's always the unsay so VTubers that stick out. What do you mean? I'm also unsay so. No, you can be wholesome but unsay so.
Yeah, I am not that, but you know.
For some people, oh, you're mostly talking about the fans. But that's easier done for VTubers with an agency since they don't have to worry about marketing anymore.
Oh yeah, that's true. One of the advantages of
An agency VTuber.
get market.
All you need now, all they need now are your set of skills, and you're good to go. It's like if you ask your agency, "Oh, what about marketing?" "Oh, don't worry about that one. We'll deal with that. You do your thing."
That was part of my job in Go Homes.
Yeah, marketing is harder than anyone thinks.
It is. You do have to follow like trends and like what's the most
Like you'll see this popular VTuber giving you guides on how to be a popular VTuber, but it's easier said than done. And not everybody will be able to execute it well.
sometimes it's also like days.
Yeah, a little bit of luck on the side. And if somebody takes your niche and they execute it better than you, you're, well, be honest, I'm glad I came into VTubing. At the same time, it is a headache.
How so?
Marketing side of things is difficult. Like, for example, you want a wholesome audience. Of course, you're wholesome, all right. But other than being wholesome, they're also looking for entirely something else. In general, indie VTubing is just difficult. So, for some of the ones who are thriving with 20 to 30 viewers, that's actually difficult to reach. So whenever a new VTuber is starting, I advise them like, oh, don't expect that to reach. Don't expect to reach that in one day.
Sometimes it has a
Or
lot to do with how loud you are, how nice your setup is, like what you play. Or
yeah, yeah, your layouts, etc. Sometimes your model.
yeah,
There's a lot of factors to take in.
there's also like you have to think about that. I don't have a nice voice.
What do you mean you have a nice voice?
Compared to other people. No, I don't have a nice voice.
Marketing for solo VTubers is, yeah, it is difficult. Like back then, I just tell people, "Oh, get into VTubing." Nowadays, I just tell them, "There's a lot to consider, but if you want to do it for fun, then it's not a problem." But if you're telling me, "Oh, I want to be this big successful VTuber," there's a lot of work that you'll have to put into that.
There's also a lot of money that you have to think about spending, how much you're willing to.
Yeah, like VTubers who are successful just from working from scratch, those are rare to come by in between. It does not happen to everyone.
I just did
Yeah, Frankie has a nice voice.
a lie.
Honestly, nowadays I just focus on getting more skills, since growing your audience is very difficult, and I think it'll just happen over time. You know, like, oh, just don't think about it too much.
For me, because I don't really love to be honest.
Yeah, Frankie is mostly an artist, as
Yeah,
far as I know.
yeah. I got lucky with Instagram because I already had a community. Um, book reviewers. I used to do a lot of book reviews, and if you
Book
scroll way down,
reviews.
you'll see a bunch of. How long is? That's my question. Do you know?
Since 4 years ago. Still a new concept, 5 years is still young, I guess. Around 4 to 5 already.
I don't think it will die down. That's the thing. It's like YouTube.
Yeah, it won't die down. It'll just grow. But for most early VTubers, they've reaped their rewards already by now. I don't know if anyone has noticed that. And the golden age of VTubing is over already. So those who are coming in, they need to work extra harder if they want to,
You
let's
discover.
say, yeah, if they want to be noticed, quote unquote.
Like anything you relate.
Yeah, it is.
How did you get started with?
I guess I started um, watching Amelia Watson. Then I watched some indie VTubers like Kaga Oren, Benenzono Krim. I was able to witness Lyrica with 20K subscribers on YouTube, not knowing that was a lot already back in the time. Did you guys know it's difficult to get 20K subscribers on YouTube? What else? Also Kaheru, when she still
First,
had 100,000, I guess, or 50,000. and a lot more indie VTubers. Back when they were smaller. They're kind of bigger now, averaging around 30 to 50 viewers. That's actually a lot for an indie VTuber, and it's a healthy number. You can even earn from it, actually. Thanks, Steve.
I used to
Thank-
like people by view. That's why they. I didn't know it
Yeah, I
had a
know,
lot of
right? People had to donate, which I kind of feel bad. Like, oh no, I have to take from their money. I don't want that.
right?
Makes me feel bad.
I'm still sitting in you 8 holes. I will sub to you. Why not?
Yeah, growing as an indie is difficult. I don't know. Just enjoy VTubing. It's my only tip right now. Growing as a VTuber, it'll make your head ache, guys.
You ever
Just
think
en-
about like
uh, I did not think of what community I wanted. I just wanted a wholesome community. Like anything goes. Anything is fine.
a night? I started.
Mhm.
I wanted to be like Markiplier. he
Oh, like
likes to do charity
Markiplier.
streams, and I wanted to do that. I wanted to help the community because I volunteered a lot high school pa.
Oh,
I used to volunteer for an animal shelter in high school after school. Then when I graduated, I had to look for places to volunteer in.
I see.
No, I don't get to do that as much because of the pandemic, and I don't have money. I always hear big VTubers and other big content creators say, don't look at the numbers, but we know it's hard, especially if you want to big on the platform.
Actually, true.
I think you told me this one. Uh, that
Eh,
you don't mind the numbers. You just
like,
want somebody to chat.
I'm not gonna say that they're lucky, quote unquote. Um, but it's easier for them to say that because they're not struggling. No offense, but honestly, I just care about my own progress, so I don't really mind those things anymore, like the big or the small VTubers. Like whatever, whatever.
My favorite types of for me, whenever I stream, people are in my voice chat. That's it. I don't even mind if there's no one chatting. I just like hanging out with people. I'm a simple bean.
No, no, it's fine. Like I think it makes streaming easier if you have people in voice call to talk with you, since you'll eventually run out of topics to talk about. I think big VTubers have learned to talk consistently in a way that they're always pulling out new topics or talking about new stories. But we know not everybody can do that, right?
Don't really have anything going on with your life.
Yeah, I know, right?
I feel awkward
Like,
when it comes to. Honestly, yeah,
like,
I feel awkward when I'm
like.
just alone.
Here's the thing: big VTubers have a lot of people in chat, so they have a consistent stream of subjects to talk about because chat talks to them.
Yeah, chat
But
brings
if
life.
you're yeah, but if you're a small VTuber, you're the one who has to keep the whole thing going. The topics come from you. So it's even harder if you don't have an audience.
It's like the concept of YouTube animators. They have to go out and do something, make content.
Yes, that's right. So I understand if big VTubers, blood, sweat, and tears and all that, but it's easier for them to grow on the get go already, since people talk to them. They can take some subjects from those people and then just talk about it on stream.
That is,
That's how I at least understand it.
you ever have like stream ones that chatting at all?
Oh, I have a lot of those before already in the early days.
I've had a lot. Uh,
Eh, it's difficult, but we make do with what we have.
they always say like, "Oh, you just have to pretend someone's there to talk to."
Yeah, but it's easier said than done.
And that's true.
Easier said than done.
Okay, how did you come up with your?
I initially thought that there were no penguin VTubers in the community until I saw Petra Gurin debut before me. And then when I entered the VTubing community, I discovered more penguin VTubers who were smaller. And then I came to realize, oh, no wonder it's difficult to be discovered as a VTuber. There were a lot more, you know. It's like an ocean. You won't know that there are a lot of VTubers unless you dive into the community. And
That
you'll
is true.
suddenly find out for yourself how difficult it is to resurface.
Like get out of the crowd.
Yeah, get out of the crowd and stand out. It is very, very difficult. For others, it can be an overnight process depending on their VTuber design and the people who find them.
Search is good. I mean, you
But
can do so much research. It's just,
yeah, you can do so much research, but once you practice it and it turns out different and your execution doesn't go the way it's planned, it'll eventually fall into shambles. That's what I thought too back then, that VTubers simply didn't know how to use the algorithm right. I knew how to use the algorithm right, but as you can see, I'm still struggling. It's not that simple.
you also have to take into account like other people are using the algorithm, and so you have
Yes,
competition.
yeah, you have competition. Even though they will tell you it's not a competition, it actually is.
And, like not in a bad way, like
Not in a
only I
bad way.
can win.
It's
More
more
of like
like, people can only watch so many VTubers. And there are tens of thousands of VTubers out there. And it's even more difficult to get them to be your regular, right? Because what can you do to make them stay, right?
That is true. Yeah, I honestly don't know how to make people stay in my streams.
Yeah, that's the thing. Bigger VTubers have a lot going for them to make people stay. Now, smaller VTubers can do that too, but question is how? And how can they make it as effective?
Execution is the really big key, and knowing the competition platform. Though sometimes a little debut can be a blessing in.
It can be, or sometimes it can be a curse because your first impression as a VTuber matters a lot.
You also have to think about like the people who back to you. Sometimes
Yeah,
you're not gonna have good days, and sometimes that might like first impressions, yeah, but consistent impressions like it changes. Sometimes people come back again.
yeah, yeah. Actually, I've seen some of my regulars come and go. They never came back. Now, I'm not saying this in a sad way. It's like the norm.
It
You'll have to
happens.
get used to having some regulars never come back ever because they've found a new VTuber to watch.
Yes, that's
It's simply a reality. That's life. More or less, you have to deal with that.
I used to have like a regular like comment likers
Yeah, and then they just
appeared.
suddenly disappeared. Yeah, life just happened.
Yeah, it's just
It's life.
life. Sometimes don't get into the fandoms that you get into.
They've found a better VTuber to watch, which is normal. There are
Yeah.
so many VTubers in the community.
I mean,
I'm not surprised. Hmm?
there are times where I find myself like, oh, I stopped looking at this artist. Oh,
Yeah,
not because they
something like
stopped
that.
posting. It's just I'm not really into the things that they like.
Or, they weren't able to retain you,
Yeah,
which also makes you wonder. But yeah, that's simply life. That's reality.
just have to keep.
You just have to keep going.
There. What do you think is the most engagement? Like, what kind of stream?
Kind of stream.
Other than just chatting. I think
Just
that's a given.
chatting. Actually, I'll be honest, my just chatting streams are over time they fall off, I guess, unless you have this goal in mind that you want to talk about, which is difficult to retain. I think the most engagement I can get is You Laugh, You Lose and Arc Knights back then, which I can't consistently stream right now because I'm not into it, sadly. Like, if you see me consistently streaming a game, you bet your ass it's a very good ass game, and it'll be worth getting addicted to.
What I noticed was when you enjoy the game, enjoy what you're.
Yeah, I
Oh,
came back.
hello. A lot more people tend to stay.
Yeah, that's true. But sometimes they don't actually.
Yeah.
Like I've seen myself enjoying a game a lot, but they don't stay. Again, which is very weird. So there's a lot, a lot to consider in VTubing, especially if you want to go big. I'd say your goal as a VTuber is to first reach 10 average viewers, which shouldn't be too difficult over time, as long as you put in the effort. And then from there, you'll have to bypass your biggest hurdle ever, which is to get to 20 viewers on average. It is very difficult than you think, guys. Most indie VTubers with 20 average viewers can be considered big, in my point of view already. They literally have a community that is very active,
Very.
very engaging already. And
Yeah,
that's
that's true.
only 20. That's only 20.
I think it's also like this. Sometimes this is what I noticed. Like people like stretch themselves too thin. Oh, I have to TikTok, YouTube, uh, engage in Twitter, stream every day, stuff like that.
Actually, that is healthy. At the same time, it is not healthy. I don't know. Like some big VTubers aren't even super strict with that, but they still get uh, an active community, which does make you wonder, right?
What's the difference?
Yeah, you can keep asking yourself that, but it will still be difficult to answer. It will still be difficult to answer.
The final hero says the gaming community is a
Yeah, they are a strange bunch.
street.
Like you can stream a game consistently and get consistent viewers of around 20 on average, but if you change to a different game, they won't stay anymore, which simply means they're not really part of your community. There's a difference between having viewers and having a community.
Oh yeah, that's
Having a community would mean they will watch you no matter what you stream.
stick around. They
They'll
want to
stick
hear your
around.
voice. Interact with you.
They want to check out your content, no matter what game you are streaming. But you can still go down that route wherein you're just consistently streaming one game and you'll still have a community from that, but you have to stay there. I hope chat learned a lot from what they just said.
That is true. Um, yeah, I'm learning a lot. Learning a lot.
Like other people will, just like me back then, will probably think, oh, indie VTuber is fun. It's probably easy. The others are just doing it wrong. No, not really. That's not the case.
I think people are just doing their best.
It's a lot to take in. It's a lot to take in, guys. You try to dip your toes into this VTubing community. Yeah.
I think the most engagement I would get is when I'm working on either comics. Say I use
Other community drops
mm,
by and talks to
yeah.
you. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
they ask.
normal. But when you stop doing it already,
It dropped.
yeah,
Fine. I
see,
don't really my for me kasi my soul get commissions, make art as as my secondary.
not gonna lie, like if I ever come back to being just a normal corporate office worker, I think life would actually be easier. But you know, my dreams won't come true that way. Like if somebody were to ask me how to grow as a VTuber, I can definitely give them answers, but the execution is I'm not super familiar with it. Best way to do it is to get a manager, my friend.
That's true. Like the manager can help you like, "Oh, you need to pay for this one. Don't worry,
Yeah.
I'll do some of the marketing." Okay, Hira, how do you people grow in read?
This is gonna be in the test, hero. If you answer wrong, I unfollow you. I'm just kidding.
No, don't unfollow Hero Daddy. Again, you were cutting off. How do you think people grow in VTube? In VTubing, sorry. PR team would probably help, and I feel like Frankie is the type of person who invites her friends to a cabin in the woods. Hey,
Character
maybe.
model. That's part of it, but not the full package. There's a lot more.
You
Okay.
grow the
I
community.
can give some
Mm-hmm.
voice quality. Number two, engagement. Number three, marketing. Number four, um, it's not actually a lot, but yeah, networking actually helps, especially if you're connected with the bigger VTubers. Um, what else can I give? Consistency is a part of it. A little bit of luck. Yeah, it actually helps. You guys will be surprised how much it can help. Um,
Lucky.
if your community is made up of a group of friends, yeah, it'll actually help your community grow bigger since they will welcome newcomers for you.
I'm just at the first phase. I don't have anything such as making.
It's okay, hero.
I like watching. I usually lurk because sometimes I'm shy to say hello.
Yeah, I lurk in my friends' streams to help them.
Oh yeah, collabs really do help you grow because you're bringing in a community from other people. Stream.
Um, okay. One comment about that. Collabs once in a while will help you, but you also have to remember to do solo streams because collabs will only bring you numbers from
Their
other
communities.
people from their community, but really depends whether they'll be willing to
Lurking is
what
always
what
appreciated, Frankie. Thank you. I'm sorry.
they'll be willing to watch you along with their VTuber that they watch regularly.
But yeah, I do agree. Like collabs can bring you the numbers that and can also like introduce you to a lot of communities. But you do have to do solo streams because you don't know if that number is for you or for the people that's in your stream that you're collabing with. Pentel is right. I do really feel like I earned the follower count I have right now because most of my numbers are from other communities. And that I have people from PH watching me and I am living in EU. I didn't know that. I
What is it?
haven't earned. I think, to be honest, I think a lot of you guys earn following.
Actually, you're right. The people who watch you on a regular basis, you've earned them, whether it's from collabs or solo streams. But it's more like I'm giving others a warning that if you gain a temporary boost of viewership from collabs, it is likely just for that collab. And it really needs a lot of luck for you to retain some of them because they're currently staying at a different community that they like. Yeah.
I also don't want to lose the friend I have achieved. I don't think you will. I mean, if they stick by you without having to collab with you, then the true friend. They don't need the numbers to be your friend.
Yeah, that's true.
Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more of my art, I post them on these sites. But if you want to see more content, you can donate to my Ko-Fi. There are no membership levels, so if you donate any amount, you can still see the same type of exclusive content. Anyways, thanks for watching.